This is a demonstration rehearsal video for rehearsal number 2 for the Shakespeare monologues. This is about the level of ready you should be at. And then I'm also going to want you to talk about some reflection. So for the purposes of this demonstration, while I, Mr. Tourtellotte, have this monologue memorized, I'm going to pretend that I don't. And every time you see me glance over to my left is because I am indicating for you about how many times you should be looking at the script at this phase. Remember, you're not memorized yet, but you need to be on your way. So ballpark, okay? All right, here we go. Rehearsal video number 2. Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention. A kingdom for the stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene. Then should the warlike Harry, like himself, assume the port of Mars, and at his heels, leashed in like hounds, should famine, sword, and fire crouch for employment. But, pardon, gentles all, the flat, unraised spirits that have dared on this unworthy scaffold to bring forth so great an object. Can this cockpit hold the vasty fields of France? Or may we cram within this wooden O the very casks that did affright the air at Agincourt? Oh, pardon. Since a crooked figure may attest in little place a million, and let us, ciphers to this great accompt, on your imaginary forces work. Think, when we talk of horses, that you see them printing their proud hooves of the receiving earth, for 'tis your thoughts that now must deck our kings. Carry them here and there, jumping o'er time, turning the accomplishment of many years into an hourglass. For the which supply, admit me chorus to this history, who, prologue-like, your humble patience pray, gently to hear, kindly to judge, our play. Okay, so I'm pretty good off book. I feel like I'm about like 65% of the way there. So that's pretty good for where I'm at right now since the performance is next week. Things that I'm feeling good about in the monologue, I feel like I'm having a lot of fun with it. Now that I've really like studied it and I broke it down and I identified, the most important words, now I feel like I got a chance to play. And I realized that the character is himself, playing around with the audience. And so it's not about like trying to be intense so much as it's trying to be welcoming and trying to pull the audience to me. And so the more fun that I have as the performer, the more likely I am to help achieve my character's objective, which is to get them to help me tell the story. So I feel really good about that. Things that I know I still need to work on. Obviously, I need to finish getting memorized. Step number 2, I really want to make sure that I am breathing enough. I feel like I can feel myself running out of air in certain places, and so I want to make sure that I'm taking enough breaths and that I'm not going too fast in some places. So that's what I'm going to be working on for the next rehearsal. So mostly what I need to do right now as I go forward is I need to make sure that I'm getting more reps in, that I'm being really careful about where and when I breathe, and just getting memorized. Because the more memorized I am, the more confident I am. The more confident I am, the better I perform. The better I perform, the better I feel. It works. That's it.